It's about the I got to say, it's the stupidest thing in sports.
Gets the ball, gets back, pulls up for the win. Got it! Detroit basketball. Oh, Holliman looks the clock, can't go for the win. Oh! The Lions go for it. The Vikings bring it in. The pass is a touchdown to give. Javi Baez, homered earlier. First one in the air, deep left field again. Yes, Tigers win! Robbie is unstoppable!
This is BS Sports.
And away we go. We are back. Final 1 o'clock game, at least scheduled, of the season outside of Thursday. Because apparently, this was news to me. I didn't know. The Lions play Thanksgiving at 1 o'clock. My whole life it's been noon or 12:30. I don't know. They decided to do it at 1. Also, Lions are wearing their black uniforms today. I thought that they would have waited to wear those until Thursday Night Football against the Cowboys. I'm a little surprised they're opting to use them in this game because the opponent is 2-9 and it's a 1 o'clock non-national broadcast. Usually they like to wear them on national broadcasts. I imagine the NFL wants them to wear a national broadcast, but whatever. We're wearing them now. So going into this game, Lions are minus 14.5 point favorites. I listen, if you don't win this game, then you might as well just wrap the season up because this game, it is such a mismatch in favor of the Lions. Their offense, obviously, last week did not perform. Their offensive line was not all there. And to be fair, the Giants do have a pretty good defensive line. Kadavian? I was thinking of Jadeveon Clowney, and then Kayvon Thibodeau was the actual. Kayvon Thibodeau, I think he's still playing. I don't know if he got hurt. He's real good off the edge. They obviously got Dexter Lawrence, as the people call him. This is not me calling him this. Sexy Dexy. That is what they call. I'm just reporting the news. All right. If you don't like the name, I don't like it that much, but it is what it is. They also got Brian Burns. They're showing off there. Look, this is a game. The Lions, they have not lost back-to-back games since 2022. I would be completely shocked and appalled if they start with this game. Feels very similar to the Commanders game, except this time you're playing in your home stadium. And the Lions are 3-1 at home to the Giants, 0-6 on the road. So obviously it's the game going into Thanksgiving, so it's kind of a weird game for Detroit where it's like, oh yeah, like we got to play a game Sunday, and then we got this game that people really care about more, the Thanksgiving game, not that far after. So anyway, what else? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, yes, I didn't even talk about the matchup predictor. ESPN has us at a 72.2% win probability. And I like those odds. Although just a little over a quarter chance for the Giants to win this does give me a little bit of pause. Not a huge amount of pause, just a little bit of pause. Just a little bit. So, and I also don't know why it's showing my fantasy. I don't know. I don't know why it's showing my fantasy team. You can blame ESPN. I don't really want it to show it, but it is what it's showing it. That's just I don't have control. Hopefully, it doesn't show some of those lowlights from last night's or yesterday afternoon's Michigan State game that I did not watch. But they lost exactly like I said they would because this team is immune to winning. And has Jonathan Smith been fired yet? Let me check my phone. Have I gotten any notification that I didn't see? No. I see that Florida State is keeping Mike Norvell. Okay, well. Brian Burns with 13 sacks, second in the league. Aiden Hutchinson, 7.5, 10th in the league in that department. I'd like to see Hutch have a big game. Giants obviously starting Jameis Winston, their third-string quarterback, okay? So Jameis, wasn't he the number one overall pick? Yeah, former number one overall pick out of Florida State. Speaking of Mike Norvell. We should be able to handle him, okay? They put in a rookie quarterback before they put in this guy. And they put in Russell Wilson before they put in the rookie, before they put in this guy. So, again, the matchup on paper, but the game is played on the field, not on paper. But on paper is very favorable for Detroit. So, if we could just not have any nonsense. That's all I ask. No nonsense. I'm anti-nonsense for today. Usually I'm fairly pro-nonsense. Most of the time, most of my day, I'm pro-nonsense, but not right now. Not for the next 60 minutes of game time, not real life time. Real life time, it's like 3 hours. Also, don't let this go into overtime. All right, I got plans after this. I don't want this game to last any longer. Preferably, we could have Kyle Allen in for the entire fourth quarter. That'd be super. I would like to not see Jack Fox all game for Detroit. Only time I want to see Jack Fox is if does he? I don't know if he's actually. I don't know if he's the holder. Is he the field goal holder or the extra point holder? I'm not sure actually. He might be. I don't want to see him punting unless it's like the final. Unless we're up like 50-0, and then we bring in Kyle Allen and Craig Reynolds, and we manage to get stopped. That's the only circumstance. Oh boy, this poor Asian guy and his online betting problem in the state of Michigan. Who is this? Like, for at least one good famous Jameis quote. Oh, well, we could get that. I mean, I don't know if they're going to interview him. I hope they do because he's like must-see TV. I was thinking about this as I was driving home today after I go into Mass. Like, do you think he would ever like? Because he should have probably gone. He was accused of rape, right? Like, he was accused. I believe I think it was a settlement. I don't exactly remember the situation. So if I'm slandering poor Jameis, then feel free to put me in jail, I guess. But like, is that really all it takes to like get away with it? Nobody talks about that he was like a sexual predator in college. So maybe all you got to do is be like a very likable person outside of the whole sexual assault. Is that how you get out of like bad reputation? Because like Sean Watson, he obviously has his reputation completely slaughtered. Just be funny and everyone forgets. Okay. All right. This is words to live by. All right. Also, Joe, do you think it's weird? Why are they wearing the black jerseys today? Is that not weird? I figure if they're going to wear them, they wear them on Thanksgiving or not this week, the following week, Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. I'm just surprised. Maybe they're going to wear them on Thursday Night Football as well. They've only got so many home games left, but I'm just surprised they're wearing them for this game. Oh, Malcolm Rodriguez is back out there. Hey, he was a solid depth piece in the linebacker room. Good to see him back out there. That's why I'm confused. Like, why? Like, this game is not even like America's game of the week. It's being seen in like New York and Michigan. I think basically everywhere else they're getting Vikings Packers. Mike Kafka is the current coach of the Giants, in for the fired Brian Daboll. I do remember you, Declan. I do. And it looks like Lions are kicking off to start the game. All right. Already off to a great start. I love kicking the ball. Jake Bates delivers, and that kick will be taken out from the 5. Now past the 20, past the 25 to the 30, and brought down at about the 31-yard line. And in comes famous Jameis Winston to lead this Giant offense. They nearly snuck away with a win last week against the Packers, who are in the midst of their own struggles offensively. Last week, he was 19 for 29, 201 passing yards and a touchdown on the ground, and he also had an interception and a fumble. So it was an up-and-down week for Jameis Winston. He's going to start the game under center. Tracy behind him. Play action pass. Winston throws it. It is caught past the 45, now past the 50 into Lion territory. It was Slayton with the reception, and the Giants in just one play into positive territory right now. Hey, man, Boston College stinks. Michigan State stinks. That was the last time I felt any happiness watching Michigan State football, was when they beat Boston College. So Winston now out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off, and that is going to go for a gain of 4 yards on the play. It'll be second down. Tyler Lacey playing the opposite edge of Aiden Hutchinson. Still missing Marcus Davenport. And no Al-Qadim Muhammad as well. DJ Reed, though, back in this secondary. Missed him from, I believe, the Browns game was his last game. Good to see him back. Definitely going to help this defense. Winston takes a snap. He's going to hand it off again, and that time it'll go to the line of scrimmage, maybe even for a loss there. Jack Campbell in to make the tackle. It'll be third down. Give it a little bit of time, Declan. Sometimes, I mean, it's not a very big game either, but, you know. Al-Qadim Muhammad now back out there. I guess he was just not starting. It's going to be a loss of 1, so third down and 7. Big opportunity for the defense because the G-men are in no man's land right now. Winston out of the shotgun. And he's calling it audible with his offensive line. 5 to snap. He's got a running back to his left. And there's a jump. I don't know if this is going to be a free play. Winston airs it out. There is a flag. I think that might be offsides on Detroit. And it will be offsides on Detroit. And that was Aiden Hutchinson who jumped early. Can't have that. Not in a third down and 7. It'll still be third down, but eye on the ball, Aiden. He had his eye on the ball the whole time. He just jumped. So it's third down and 2. Certainly still doable for this defense to come up with a stop, but much more difficult. Winston now under center. There's a snap, toss out, and he's going to throw it back to Jameis, and Jameis breaks the tackle from Aleem. He's going to go deep. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught for a touchdown. Wandale Robinson with the reception, and Aleem McNeil had Jameis Winston dead to rights, and he completely whiffed on the tackle, and the Giants start the day with a touchdown drive on a third down and 2. Jeez. Thomas Harper and Amik Robertson were about 3-4 yards separated, and Jameis Winston has given the Giants the lead. Extra point is up, and it is good. It is 7-0 New York. So fantasy owners for Jameis Winston are probably pretty happy. 7-0. Well, you definitely don't want that. You definitely do not want that. I mean, that offsides penalty obviously was not helpful. But you got to make a tackle. Aleem McNeil, you got to make that play. You're running at the quarterback. I don't know what you're doing. You have to tackle him. Like, that play took way too long to develop, and Aleem McNeil, I thought for sure he was going to take him down. That's not the way I want to start a football game. Especially not with the way our offense has struggled. We're going to need to answer this touchdown and then some for sure. Yeah, that offsides is unfortunate. Gave him another shot. You know, probably could have had him dead to rights there in a 3rd and 7. Just tough start. But all right, it's one drive. It's all right. You can get back into this game. Get the offense back out on the field. But that's not how you want to start a game for sure. Let that be the lone big play you give up. No, I don't want to talk about yesterday. I didn't watch the game. I know you're the diehard fan here, Detroit fan, but I didn't watch. I haven't watched Michigan State football in weeks. I've been I think the last time I watched, I know the last time I watched, it was the Michigan State game. And I watched the second half of that game, and it was the most miserable experience of my life. So I just don't. Pistons, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, the Pistons got their 12th win in a row last night, beating the Bucks on the road. I know they didn't have Giannis, but still. And the Wings with a overtime winner as well. 4 plays, 70 yards, and 2 minutes burned for a 39-yard catch to Wan'Dale Robinson. First touchdown pass since week 9 for the Giants. Wow. Well, you knew at some point it was going to happen, but you just didn't want it to be you, as the Lions are going to knee that one in the end zone for a touchback. I mean, here they're going to show Wan'Dale Robinson, but I mean, look, Aleem McNeil, you got to make that play. He is one. Nobody's there. You have to just get in front of him. And look, there was a little bit of a block there at the very end of the backfield, but he's got to make that play. I'm sorry. You got like you can't just kind of play two-hand touch, especially not with Jameis Winston. He can be a tough tackle for sure. Goff's going to start under center with Gibbs in the backfield. They're going to give it to Gibbs, and he's going to take it for about a 5-yard gain to the 40, second down. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're showing forcing the ball. Yeah, I mean, they're showing he missed David Montgomery, he missed Brock Wright. Those 2 fourth downs that have been converted. Tough night last week for Goff, but let's hope that he can bounce back here. Goff under center. It's second down and 6. They're going to give it to Gibbs again. Gibbs finds a hole, stays on his feet, and I'm not sure if he's going to be short. They're going to mark him about a half a yard short. It'll be third down and 1. What you can't have here is a 3 and out. It's a pretty manageable third down, obviously, but you can't have a 3 and out. Gotta stay on the field. What are you going to do here, Dan? Third down and 1. 11:50 to go in the opening quarter. Clock rolling. I believe Montgomery and Gibbs both in this. And they're going to do a play action throw to Brock Wright for a first down. Okay. A little innovative. He had Brock Wright, I believe. Was he lined up in the backfield there? He might have just been lined up on the edge. Abdul Carter, the rookie out of Penn State, another factor to look out for on this defensive line. Good afternoon, Jimmy. Goff takes a snap. Play action pass coming again. Goff has time. He's going to throw a screen out to Gibbs. Kind of bobbled it. Now he's going to get past the 50. He's only going to pick up 2. It'll be second down and 8. Oh, I'm not streaming on Thanksgiving. I'll be with my family, Jimmy. As you should be with your family, too, because that's what Thanksgiving is for. I will not be streaming on Thanksgiving. I also won't be streaming on Christmas. So I was hoping the Lions wouldn't play a game on Christmas, but it is what it is. There's going to be 2 games that I missed this year. Goff with a toss out to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a blocker up front. He's going to pick up the first down, still going past the 40. And Jahmyr Gibbs starting to get activated here early. Couple of nice plays for him. What do you mean I'm ignoring you? I'm not. You said you were a fan of the Patriots. What do you want me to say to that? I figured, I guess, if you're a Boston College fan, then you would be a fan of the Patriots. Are you enjoying the season? They're having a good year. Thanksgiving we're watching about Lions. That's true. I mean, I have watched Lions play on Thanksgiving every year of my life, but some years it's more fun than others. Another toss out to Gibbs for a gain of about 4 on the play, at least second down. They're having a better start to the season right now, Declan, but I mean, haven't finished the year yet, so what do you want me to like? There's a few teams that are ahead of the Lions in the standings right now, but that's why they play for the Super Bowl in February and not November. So Goff once again under center. Gibbs standing in the backfield. Play action. Goff immediately under pressure. Gets out of it. Throws. It is caught. Or no, it is dropped. Incomplete. Thought maybe Brock Wright came up with it. Geez, Goff avoids the sack there. That would have been very detrimental because now it is 3rd down and 7. It would have been 3rd down and 10 plus. I mean, yeah, you're not. Jahmyr Gibbs did a decent job there, at least getting his body in front. And Brock Wright, unfortunately, is not Sam Laporta. He would have certainly caught that ball. Goff out of the shotgun. Now he's got Gibbs to his left. He's going to throw. Goff looking, under pressure, brought down and sacked. And the Lions are going to be forced to punt this one away. They are out of field goal range. It is going to be 4th down and long. Maybe they try to kick a field goal. Darius Alexander got to Goff. Coyote Awashika could not contain. It'll be 4th down and 14. And they're bringing Jack Fox out, who, as of last week, has been utilized quite a lot for Detroit. Really, the worst possible outcome in that drive was this kind of a drive into Giant territory that just ends in nothing. And the Lions, I believe, taking a delay of game on purpose here to move back for the punt. So that'll make it 4th down and 19, I believe. 4th down and 19 gives Jack Fox a little bit more room to pin them. Lions definitely got to lock in right now. You're down 7-0 at home, and it is like a library in Ford Field. Like a library at midnight in downtown Detroit. Whistles being blown. What's going on here? Are they making sure the spot is okay? What are they looking at? Game clock? Okay. They're making sure the game clock and everything was correct. That's all right. It's all right. 8:07 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Giants. Lions stopped in Giant territory and forced a punt. And that will be fair caught inside the 10. So real nice punt for Jack Fox. Giants up 7-0, less than 8 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Not going good. Not going good. Not going good. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. But you got them pinned, so I'm feeling okay. If the defense can do their job, maybe we just play a little bit of field position game. You have to imagine that you trust Jared Goff to get the offense going more than Jameis Winston. But obviously, when you're down 7-0 to the Giants in the first quarter, not ideal. Not ideal. Is that Troy Aikman? Thank you, Declan. I thought you already were subbed, but... Can you bring Peyton Manning to your off? It is Tree Master. What is Tree Master? Who's Tree Master? Are you Tree Master? You were Tree Master. Now you're not Tree Master. Hutch safety sack. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Or a interception. Just put us in good positive territory. But look, I went into this game. I said, look, the Lions are heavily favored, and I think they will. I mean, I hope they'll pull it out here, but Giants defensive line is probably the strength of the team, so you're going to have to kind of get ahead here and not let Jameis Winston get comfortable. We'll see. Also, is this like a thing now that Michigan State has to also play a basketball game on Thanksgiving? Because the last 3 seasons, they played a game on Thanksgiving. I don't think that was ever a thing in the past. Is this becoming a thing? Is it becoming a tradition that Michigan State hoops plays on? I'm fine with it, I guess, but this seems kind of weird. Like the Giants since 21 and 24, they had 6 opening drive touchdowns. This season, they've got 6. And that's including today. Malcolm Rodriguez is in, coming off the injury. There's a run up the gut, and that will go for nothing. Speaking of Rodriguez, he was in there to make the tackle. Singletary with the carry. Bars. And Rodriguez checking out. 4th season. Really solid depth piece. Another one of those gem finds by Brad Holmes in the draft. 2nd down and 9 on the 1-yard gain from Singletary. I saw that. Jamar Chase suspended this week. Not ideal for the Bengals. Another handoff and another tackle at the line of scrimmage. Jack Campbell was in there. We got a game break. Packers up 7-3 over the Vikings. 9:05 to go in the first. Emmanuel Wilson with the touchdown because Josh Jacobs out with a knee injury. So here we go. 3rd down and 9. Got to get the stop here. 7 seconds to snap it. Winston with a couple guys in the backfield. 2 seconds. There's the snap. Pass coming. Winston airs it out. Way overthrown. Incomplete. DJ Reed was on his receiver like white on rice. And the Giants go 3 and out. Lions defense comes up with a big stop. Yeah, Cincinnati is cooked. They've been cooked basically since Joe Burrow got hurt, but they're cooked overall. Only that Arizona game was on Thanksgiving. Both the games against North Carolina last year and this year are days before. Well, no, I'm not saying North Carolina. I'm saying Michigan State, I think for the last 3 seasons, has played a game on Thanksgiving. And a little bit of a biffed punt that will roll, I believe, at about the 45-yard line. They're going to say the 46-yard line of Detroit. So real good field position for the Lions. And DJ Reed, good to have him back in the secondary. Maui and Atlantis are the only in-season tournaments. You know what I do like? And I found out that apparently my dad doesn't like this, and I'm shocked. I like the games on the ship. I think that's cool. I think when they play the game on the big, aircraft carrier, I think that's awesome. College basketball, I should say, has a lot of the beginning of the college basketball season. It's you get these random weird Michigan State just played in the Champions Classic. I think Michigan was playing in one of these kind of tournaments, like the duel in the D. Whatever. You always play these kind of weird games, and I love the big Navy ship. That's the coolest thing. The tournaments are cool too. Going to Maui is cool. Going to Atlantis is cool. Going to Madison Square Garden, those are all cool. But playing on an aircraft carrier, come on, man. I mean, that's something. That's cool. You couldn't play a football game. Well, actually, how big is an aircraft? Could you play a football game on an aircraft carrier? Right. I mean, Michigan State obviously has played Arkansas, not in a tournament, just a regular game like that. And then they got, I believe this Tuesday, they have not obviously North Carolina. Who do they play? East Carolina, right? The Pirates, something like that. I believe they play the East Carolina team at, assuming that's at home, but I actually don't know. Home and home? Okay. When does Michigan State play at the LCA? Because obviously we do that too. Is that when we play Oakland? You know what I don't like about that game though, and to be fair, Michigan, that maybe they're going to change that for next time. Michigan, like every time we've played in the LCA, they just keep like the Pistons paint and everything. It's like no, like you can't come up with like custom paint for this game. Like, okay, Oakland's in East Lansing. Okay, well, it's gonna be a tough day for Golden Grizzly fans. They got to go into the Breslin. There's Dan Campbell, former New York Giant and obviously former Detroit Lion. So here we go. First down and 10. Lions back with the football. Okay, Siri, that was rude because I just completely botched that play call as there was a quick handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs that goes for a loss of a few yards, and I couldn't even get it off because Siri interrupted me. So it'll now be second down and long as this Giants defense has come to Detroit to play. Second and 13. Goff going to throw. Goff has time, still has time, steps up, throw. It is dropped by who else? Amon-Ra St. Brown. This is becoming a major issue. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is so sure-handed for most of his time. I mean, it didn't look like a bad throw to me. That's a perfect throw. You got to catch that ball. I know a lot of fans are giving it to Goff, but if guys are dropping balls like that, what exactly is he supposed to do? J-Mo going in motion. Pass coming. Goff looking, going to throw to screen to David Montgomery, trying to break some ankles, not going to do much. He's going to pick up maybe the yards that were lost by Gibbs, and the Lions go 3 and out. And boos are raining down in Ford Field as this Giants defense has stopped Detroit twice in a row. Fourth down and 9. So they net 1 total yard after the defense came up with a big stop, 3 and out. So now Jack Fox is going to have to try to be the MVP of the game and keep the Giants pinned. And, surprised that's not a penalty. Fair catch caught at the 10. Is there no penalty? That looked like roughing the punter, roughing the kicker. So 5:03 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Giants. Jonathan Smith play calling. I mean, I don't know if it's Jonathan Smith play calling, but it's certainly Jonathan Smith offensive line quality. Like, this offensive line is just not there. And I've been saying it for weeks at this point. But I figured they would still be able to hold their own against the Giants, even though, like I said, the Giants have a good defensive line. But right now, it's a little concerning. That's 2 drives that the Lions offense looked a lot like it did last week than it did a couple of weeks ago in Washington. And I said it on the show last week. You got 3 games in a row here. If you can get 3 in a row, you can beat the Giants, the Packers, and the Cowboys, all teams that I think you're capable of beating. If you can get those wins going into that game in Los Angeles against the Rams, you're going to have to you can figure it out. Like you can build that from that momentum, but right now they're just not there. The offensive line is not there, and the offense is just holding them back. Our old defense, which coach and which team? Are you talking Michigan State or are you talking Detroit? We've had a few defensive coaches. Defense might have to come up with a turnover or something. Which Lions defensive coach has cancer? I haven't heard this. It's not Aaron Glenn. Is it one of the older coordinators? Maybe I've heard this. That sounded like fake. That, like, what a play on the advertisement for the Thanksgiving game. That sounded like it was, like, made with AI or something. 11 total plays for Detroit, but just 22 total yards. Was that 2 yards of play? That's not gonna work for you. Winston under center from his own 10. There's a snap, handoff, and that will go for basically nothing. Maybe a 1 yard gain, maybe 2. Oh, Mike Kafka was a quarterback at Northwestern. Didn't know that. Played for the Eagles. Wait, he was a Super Bowl champ. Oh, wow. I did not know that. He was on the Chiefs coaching staff. The Super Bowl 54. Huh. Did not know that. Winston now out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to the opposite side and brought down for a gain of 2. Once again, it is third down. Aleem McNeil from behind making the tackle. So another opportunity on third down to get off the field. 3rd and 6. Winston out of the shotgun. Now he's got a man to his right. Still communicating with his offense. There's a snap. Pass coming. Winston airs it out. It is caught for a first down. Wan'Dale Robinson again. And the Giants will stay out on the field. Geez, slipped on the turf there, did Amik Robertson. You can't have that. He touched him down. I don't think he needed to because his helmet went out of bounds. So another third down conversion there for the Giants. Winston, play action, pass coming. Winston has time, airs it out wide open. It's Wan'Dale Robinson again into Lion territory and another massive play. You've got to be kidding me right now. Wan'Dale Robinson is just destroying this Lions defense. Back-to-back plays. I don't know who's supposed to be on him, but get that guy off the field and bring somebody else in because clearly he's incapable. Oh, my. So now from the Lion 40 or 34-yard line, they're going to hand it off, and Tracy's going to go for a gain of just 2, if that. Jack Campbell dragged him down. 2nd down and 8. The last thing you want is to go down double digits. 2 possessions here. I mean, it's hard to come back from 2 possessions against any team, but the way this offense is playing, it's going to be tough. Winston out of the shotgun. They got 3 wideouts on the right side. Pass coming. Winston airs it out. Wan'Dale Robinson again makes the catch. A flag comes in late on the tackle. And I believe that's going to be on Brian Branch for unnecessary roughness. They're talking about it. They're going to call it on Brian Branch, half the distance. He catches the ball, and yeah, helmet to helmet. That is going to get called every time. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Giants, trying to get their 2nd touchdown drive of the day in the 1st quarter. You want to talk about a nightmare start for Detroit? This is it. Handoff to Tracy will pick up a few yards to the 5 and make it 2nd and goal. Jameis Winston, by the way, has just one incompletion on the day. 129 yards and a touchdown for him. This is the first trip to the red zone for the G-Men. 2nd and goal from the 5. Handoff once again to Tracy, and he is going to be dragged down short. It'll be 3rd and goal and another opportunity to at least force a field goal as Wan'Dale Robinson is checking back into the game. 4 targets, 4 catches, already 106 yards and a touchdown. Most by any player in the first quarter this season. That's incredible. 3rd and goal. If you need to have a stop at any point, it's right here, right now. The Giants have marched down the field. No penalties either on New York. Winston looking, still looking, airs it out. It is way overthrown and incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion of the day. It'll be 4th and goal, and the field goal unit's coming out for New York. Try to extend their lead. That is best case scenario given the spot they were put in, but that's 2. I mean, we'll see if they end up successfully kicking this. 2 scoring drives in the first quarter alone. "21 yards out. Snap, hold, kick is a chip shot, and it's good." So to end the first quarter, the Giants are up double digits in Detroit. It is 10-0 New York after 1. I don't know what to say. Giants are currently in favor in the win probability according to ESPN after 1 quarter. If you would have told me it was 56% Lions win probability after the first quarter, I would have thought, okay, that sounds about right. But is it 56 or 58? It's 56. Oh boy. Oh boy. This lottery commercial is going to make me lose my mind. The Lions are going to need to try to win the lottery if they want to win this game the way it's playing. I can't believe that I got to have this kind of a game on this day. I can't have just a stress-free game on a Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock. A team that is 2-9 coming into this game, hadn't won a road game all year, fired their head coach. I can't just have a stress-free game. I'm fine with having a stressful Thanksgiving game. I'm used to that. I mean, I'm not fine with it, but I'm used to it. I can't have a stress-free Sunday going into Thanksgiving. Can't have that. That's all right. It's all right. As long as they win, I'm happy. As long as they win, I'm happy. Let those 10 points be the only 10 points they get. Let them win the game in the first quarter, and we just go on a tear here. Sometimes in football, not just the NFL, but in football, sometimes you flip the field, you switch quarters, and suddenly it all kind of they turn it on. Somebody yells at somebody on the sideline to get their crap together, and that works. But we'll see, man. We will see. This does not spark joy. A little over 2 minutes more of time of possession for the Giants. 5 more plays. Lions had just 23 yards of offense. The Giants, on the other hand, 144. You're not going to win a whole lot of games playing like that. So this is the first kickoff of the afternoon for the Giant, or the second kickoff of the afternoon, I should say. This one will be taken out past the 25, past the 30, and tripped up. I'm not sure where they're going to spot him. He might be at the 35-yard line. Wait, hold on. 3-hour big noon kickoff? That sounds terrible. Who's getting up at 9 a.m. to watch big noon kickoff? All right, so they're going to give the Lions the ball, their own 35. Goff under center. Play action pass. Goff airs it out to a wide open Brock Wright who's got space, and he leaps forward to about the 45-yard line. It's a nice catch and run for Brock, and a first down. That's how you start. So no Sam Laporta, obviously, but Brock Wright definitely has a role in this league as a tight end. Lions re-signed him a couple years ago after San Francisco was trying to make a bid for him. And it's for situations like this when you're down Sam Laporta that you need your backup tight end. Another play action pass from Jared. He's going to throw it to David Montgomery, who's going to pick up about 9 yards as he gets sandwiched there. Still no Kirby Joseph as well. He's been dealing with a knee injury for weeks. And Terrion Arnold in the secondary dealing with a concussion. And there is a player on the Giants who is down on the field, number 33. And obviously this Giants defense is their strength. They can't afford to lose any guys, especially the way the Giants defense has been playing today. Can't afford to lose anybody. Did Emmitt Smith win Dancing with the Stars or I knew he was on it, but did he win it? Can't you have just put the gift in a shelf? Oh no, my dog found the gift I was getting him for Christmas. Also, okay, I'm just, maybe this will make me unpopular. All right, I'm not afraid. Why are you giving your dog a gift for Christmas? It's weird. It's weird. You don't give your dog a gift for Christmas. You can just buy a toy for your dog anytime. It's not. It seems weird. You can't open the gift. You're just opening. Oh, look, I bought you something, Buster. That's just a dog name. And that you open it, and then look, Buster, I got this for you for Christmas. He doesn't know. He's a dog. He's a dog. It's weird. It's weird behavior. It's odd. Can we agree? It's at least a little odd. You give people gifts. You don't. The dog's entire life is a gift. You're gifting him everything. How much money does Shaq make from just the commercials he does, you think? He's got pharmaceutical ads now. Obviously, he did Gold Bond and Icy Hot, Papa John's. And he's going into the injury tent. Flanagan Fowles, is that his name? Handoff to Montgomery will pick up the first down. And the Lions offense starting to maybe get going here. Not big chunk plays, but they're moving down the field. Goff 5 for 7 for 40 yards. Frankly, should be 6 for 7 if Amon-Ra could catch the football. Montgomery staying in the backfield. Speaking of St. Brown, he's going in motion to the left side. Play action. Goff throws, caught. There's St. Brown breaking free. St. Brown past the 15, brought down right there. Needed that. First down, catch and run for St. Nice block there from Brock Wright. Keep that play alive. Sam Laporta, obviously, once again, he was both a great blocking tight end and a catching threat. So you're bringing in Brock Wright to do what Laporta has done so well. First catch of the day for St. for 18 yards. Lions into the red zone at the Giant 15. Montgomery now to his right. Pass coming. Jared looking. Has time. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Wanted St. Brown, and he wants a penalty. And so do the Lions faithful. And the flag now comes down. I think it looked like St. was getting kind of tripped from behind because that should have been a touchdown. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of call, though. I'll just say this. The Lions are a big-time team now. That's the kind of call they wouldn't have gotten if they were the Giants. I'm just being honest with you. But it's to their benefit. It's an auto first and half the distance to the goal. So first down and goal for Detroit. First 10-point lead after the first quarter since 2020 Week 9 against Washington. That is a stat. So Detroit has the ball at the Giant 1-yard line. Goff in the shotgun. Just gets the snap off, hands it off to Montgomery, and that will maybe even go for a loss. First of all, what in the world are you doing running out of shotgun on first and goal? That doesn't make a lick of sense. I don't understand that play call. You certainly don't have the offensive line to run that kind of play. Maybe if you're going to do a play action pass, but to run up the gut on first and goal out of the shotgun, that makes very little sense to me. Now Goff's under center. Play action, and Goff nearly got sacked. He throws it away. Third and goal. What in the world is going on here? Jared Goff's lucky to not have been sacked there, but I thought maybe he was going to try to get that ball out to Montgomery after he broke free. I'm not sure who he was throwing to. Are they calling intentional grounding? There's nobody there. And I think that's going to be the call. And they're going to call intentional grounding. A 10-yard penalty makes it third and goal from what, the 11? I can't believe that. They just said you can't believe that Burns didn't sack him. I can't believe the Lions are now on third and goal from the 11 after starting first and goal from the 1. Those are downs where the Lions last year just punched it in. And now it'll be third and goal, and it's a long goal. St. Brown goes in motion to the right side. Quick pass out to him, looking for blockers up front. Saint staying on his feet, still on his feet, into the end zone. Touchdown! Huge play, needed it there. Amon-Ra St. Brown back into the end zone, and the Lions cut the lead to 4. Oh, man, needed that. Just a sigh of relief to finally get back into the end zone for St. Brown. But talk about a gutsy play call, putting a lot of that on your blockers out in the secondary. Brock Wright with some good blocking, Penei Sewell as well, and Amon-Ra is a tough guy to tackle. So good on Detroit for pulling that off. Needed to score there. You started first and goal from your own, or first and goal from the 1. You have to score on that drive. And St. Brown gets himself into the end zone. Jake Bates out to make it potentially just a 3-point lead. Kick is up, and it's perfect. 10-7, and Detroit right back in this game if they can get another stop. I did say maybe the switch a quarter, maybe that can swing the momentum back your way. What are all these notifications I'm getting, though? TJ Watt strip sack Caleb Williams for a touchdown. Oh, my. I think I did take the Steelers. Also, does anybody... I gotta know. Is anybody seeing the new Avatar movie? I was surprised to meet people that actually were seeing the second Avatar movie that came out a few years ago. But, who is seeing these Avatar movies? The first one wasn't even that good. It was fine. It was a decent movie. Thought the effects were really cool. The story was kind of lame and corny, but I don't who is seeing these Avatar sequels that are coming out when did the original Avatar come out? It was 2008? Avatar 2009. I mean, the effects in 2009 were pretty incredible. But let me see. When did the other ones come out? Avatar, The Way of Water. It came out, was that 13 years later? 13 years later. Still, people liked it. 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. So wait, they had a 13-year break, and then they have now just a 3-year break. Is it the same people? Bro, Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington, they are just putting all of their life in. And Stephen Lang, Sigourney. I mean, this is actually not that bad of a cast. Although some of these people, I don't know who they are. Anybody know who Una Chaplin is? Any Una Chaplins? Any Una Chaplin fans? What about okay, I know who Kate Winslet is. What about Eddie Falco? Not like the Smash character, a different human. What about CCH Pounder? I don't. Maybe it's Pounder. I don't. Anyway, Jake Bates out to kick it off. Just the second time today. This will be taken out from inside the 5. Past the 20. Now past the 25. Now past the 30. Breaking tackles. And now finally dragged down back to the 30. Jeez. Definitely can't give up a big return after you just had a touchdown drive. My cause, my cleats. That's when they all wear the crazy colored cleats. Look at that. Got puzzle pieces. Empowering kids. What does that mean, empowering kids? What are they, to vote? I don't know. I don't want to make fun of charity, but I might. Play action pass. Jameis under immediate pressure. Pass is caught wide open. A lot of space. Past the 50. Past the 40. Past the 35. Oh my gosh. Is anybody going to tackle him past the 30? And finally, brought down inside the Lion 30. No penalties or anything. Just a big play to start the drive. And the Giants are right back in the driver's seat. I mean, I get the idea of bringing the pressure there, but you got to have somebody. You got to have somebody in the secondary that can avoid that kind of a play. Giants are, they're just getting big plays right now. All game, it hadn't been long sustained drives. It's been these massive chunk plays that set them up. Little end around to Wan'Dale Robinson as he's tackled, believe maybe at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a loss. DJ Reed forced him out of bounds. Meanwhile, Seahawks and Titans in a bit of a bout. Jackson Smith-Njigba gives the Seahawks a 10-3 lead in the second quarter. 2nd and 10. So no gain on the end-around play. Jameis signaling something on the defense. Play act. No, he's going to hand it off. And breaking tacklers, picking up the first down into the red zone to the 15-yard line is Devin Singletary. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. This is just embarrassing at this point. Defense doing a decent job in the first quarter. And then the last couple of drives, they're giving up these big plays. Right now, you need a turnover. Winston, he's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it and then be brought down after he picks up a few yards. Be 2nd and 8. Huh. Last time Jameis Winston was in Detroit as the starter, he was on Tampa Bay. They just said on the broadcast. That's interesting. He's obviously been around the league on a variety of teams. 2nd down and 8. Just shy of the 10. Pass coming from Winston. Winston's got time, airs it out. It is way overthrown, incomplete. Not really interception available, but maybe if there was a larger field, might have been. It's 3rd down and 8. At this point, you're just thinking, force them to kick a field goal. Still makes it a one-possession game. Winston is 6 for 9 for 171 yards with a touchdown. $8:27 to go in the half. Lions do start with the football in the third quarter. And there's a whistle. Timeout has been called by New York. First time out of the half. Big Unk. Okay. All right. 3rd down and 8. Winston is by himself in the shotgun. They are letting him throw. And why not? Winston looking, pressure, throwing. It is caught for a touchdown. Hodges with the reception. I don't know how he stayed in bounds. The referee called him in. Let's see. 1 foot and yeah, wow. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. 3rd down and 8. You got to come up with a stop there. And you let Isaiah Hodgins make a play on you. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good, and it is back to a 10-point lead for the Giants. This is unbelievable, folks. Absolutely unbelievable. If you would have told me it was Lions 17-7, 8:21 to go, I would have believed it. Man, you can't be giving up these kind of big chunk plays to the Giants. Like, right, Jameis Winston is playing an unbelievable game. You just look at the box score. Jameis Winston, 183 yards. Goff's got 69. You're not going to win a whole lot of games with that stat line. Wan'Dale Robinson is murdering us with 106 yards, but he wasn't even really active that whole drive. I got nothing. This Lions team is starting to really fall apart at the seams. If they can't beat the Giants at home on 1 o'clock, at a 1 o'clock kickoff, like, we might be thinking about the draft pretty soon. I hate to say that, but you have to win this game. Like, this isn't a matter of, like, can you win this? It's like, no, like, there is no way that this streak of not losing back-to-back games ends with the Lions falling to the Giants, a 2-9 team who has not won a game on the road. There's no way. I refuse to believe that will be the case. All the Lions can hope for now is the double dip. They're going to get the ball in the third quarter. You got to score here, one way or the other. Field goal, preferably a touchdown. And then you get the ball back. I mean, we'll see how much time is left on the clock when they score, or if they score. First receiving touchdown for Hodgins since 2023. 2 years ago, in case you've lost count. And this one will be taken out from inside the 5, past the 25, and just shy of the 30 for Sailors. Arthur Mollett, who, again, like, we're talking about a lot of the guys that in this secondary have had to step up. This is a big wake-up call, I think, for Detroit. Goff under center. Handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs cutting to the outside. He's tripped up down to the 35, maybe the 34-yard line, second down. I mean, both guys, both Goff and Winston are 7 for 10. The difference is the big play. Winston, 183 yards on his 7 for 10. Goff just 69. It's not the completions, it's the plays. Another handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs going to the outside, one-on-one. He picks up the first down, but that's about it. Wow, 2015 Jameis Winston. I didn't even realize. Yeah, 2015 number 1 overall pick, and then 2016 number 1 overall pick. You think of Joe Flacco when you think of Jameis Winston? What? Why does he think of Joe Flacco? They're very different. Tesla goes in motion to the right side. Goff going to throw. Goff gets it out to Jamison Williams for a short gain of about 4 yards. Are they saying incomplete? No, it's 2nd and 7. Are they saying the ball hit the ground? I didn't see it go to the ground. No, they're going to say incomplete. Wait, can we see a replay at least? I want to see a replay. Like, what do you mean it was incomplete? That didn't look incomplete to me. I couldn't, unless I just couldn't see the football. What happened? Detroit calls a TO. Why? What they're just not going to show the replay. Okay. Pro Bowl quarterback Tyler Huntley. Are they just not going to show the replay of apparently Jamison Williams dropping it? Giants 9.7 yards per play to the Lions 4.5. That is, yeah, you're not that's unacceptable. Second and 10. Goff, empty set. They just call air raid. Goff going to throw. Goff up the middle. It is incomplete. Tried to get it to Jamison Williams again. That time it was definitely incomplete. That's true, but I guess I doubt that is the reason. Like what? I just want to see the play. Like they flipped it pretty quickly and they didn't show it. Third and 10. Goff's going to throw. Goff immediately under pressure, and he is going to be brought down and sacked. I don't have any words. This offensive line is terrible. They are forcing Jared Goff to throw, and the pass protection on this offensive line is so bad that Jack Fox is back out there again on what the Lions needed that drive. Let's just call it like it is, and they just did not get it. It's going to be taken out from about the 25-yard line and brought down at the 25-yard line. There is a flag down on the play, and it might even be going further back, depending on who this call is on. They might as well have forfeited the first half. And it will be a holding on the Giants, which will pin them even further back. Oh man, this is just embarrassing. I haven't seen a game like this for Detroit in a very long time. I could have accepted it against Philly, but this is unacceptable. This is an opponent you were double-digit favorites going into this game. There was no world, I don't think, where Lions fans had any anticipation they would be losing by 10 points and late in the second quarter. Yet here we are, and the Giants got a chance to add on. You got to get you got some sort of big play has got to go your way. You got to get a turnover, a strip sack, whatever, an interception, the big penalty, anything. You need something to swing the momentum in your favor and get your guys juiced or something. There's nothing. There's no particular thing because the offensive line is just not performing, and you are forcing Jared Goff to have to throw the football with a bad offensive line. It's a very one-dimensional offense to the point where all the Giants got to do is beat your bad offensive line and force you into third and longs. If you don't win this game, you can definitely get rid of the possibility of the division as far as I'm concerned. You'd have to run the table. But you might not even make the playoffs, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. If you manage with this roster offensively to somehow not get into the playoffs, even with your offensive line woes, that's straight up unacceptable. Oh my gosh. I will say this: if the Lions do end up losing this game, it is full on panic mode. Full on, like, heads got to roll, moves got to be made. Handoff goes for a gain of maybe 3, maybe just 2. It'll be second down, and they can say 4. Really? I obviously have no eye for the field. 3 plays of 39 or plus yards today. That is not a recipe for success defensively. Second down and 6. Handoff to Lacey again. He's trying to get a stiff arm, and Anzalone and Amik Robertson are going to force him out of bounds short of the sticks. Or that was Singletary, not Tracy. So it'll be third down. This is a huge chance defensively. If you can get off the field quickly, force a 3 and out. They've done it once before. A perfect passer rating under pressure today for Jameis Winston. Third down and 1. So not an easy third down to get yourself out of. Winston out of the shotgun, hands it off, and Singletary is going to be stuffed. That is a huge stop by the defense. Huge stop. Now, I'm assuming the Giants are not going to be going for this. Yeah, they're not going for it. Okay, I was going to say, if they did go for it, they might have gotten it. But obviously not worth the risk, especially with the way the Giants' defense is playing. No reason to put them in a bad spot. A little high on the snap. Punt is up and away. And it'll be taking a favorable Lions bounce. It'll end up at the Lion 40, or maybe 39-yard line. They got to show Aiden Hutchinson during his State Farm commercial. First down and 10. Final 4 minutes of the half. You got to get something. You got to get points on the board. You're going to start with the ball in the third quarter, which is obviously ideal in this particular spot. But you got to get points on the board here. Oh, nearly jumped into the neutral zone. Toss out to Gibbs. Flag comes in immediately. Gibbs cutting to the outside. Will pick up a few yards. We'll see what this flag is. It might have been a free play for Detroit. And it will be defensive offsides. So that is lining up in the neutral zone. That's something the Giants definitely can't afford. That's going to be a first down and 5. You'll definitely take that. Running clock, though. Abdul Carter, just half a sack on the year. Obviously, he is not all that needed to generate sacks. There's a run to Gibbs, and I believe he's going to be maybe a yard short of the first down marker, second down. It'll be second down and 1 on the 4-yard carry. Four penalties for 29 yards for Detroit. 3 penalties for the Giants for 29 yards. So the yards are the same. Dan Skipper, I believe, is lined up as a receiver right now. Or at least eligible. Handoff goes to Gibbs. There goes Gibbs into the secondary, and he's gone. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15, 10, 5, and he will be brought down inside the 5-yard line. Boy, oh boy, he had nothing but green grass, and he just got tripped up at the last second there. First and goal, Detroit. I thought for sure he was going all the way. Huge hole on the left side, and then he cuts to the right side like nobody else in this league can do. And he was, man, one guy to beat. He had him nearly. So first and goal from the line, or from the Giant 3. Play action. Goff going to throw. Goff throws a little high, but it's caught by Gibbs. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Just like that. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 plays, and the Lions are within 4. A little high, and nice hands by Gibbs, and good on him to cross that pylon with the football as he went out of bounds and lost the football. But obviously a touchdown doesn't matter once he's crossed the plane if he loses the football. So Jake Bates back out there to kick the extra point. Snap, hold, kick. It is up, and it is good. Now, defense has got to go out there and do their job. If they can get a quick stop here, Detroit has 2 timeouts. They will get the football back, but they can get a quick stop with the 2-minute warning. Detroit can get themselves back into this game, maybe even tie it up with a field goal to Jake Bates. And then knowing you're going to get the football back in the third. Three plays, 61 yards. Just talking about needing the explosive plays. Jahmyr Gibbs provided one on that drive. I guess technically he provided 2 big plays, but one of them, the massive run to get them into the 5. Second passing touchdown on the day for Jared Goff, despite the fact that he's got less than 100 yards. If you can establish the run, then you can really have this offense humming. The unfortunate part is, with this offensive line, it's going to be difficult to establish the run, so you're going to be forced into passing downs. All right. 2nd and 16. Or 2nd and 16. Wow. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Just ignore me. 2nd and 16. It's a kickoff. And it'll be bobbled inside the 5. Now taking it out past the 10. And it'll be brought down inside the 20. And a flag comes in late as Sailors threw a player to the ground. That's going to be unnecessary roughness. Talk about a mistake when you just had something go your way. Never mind. They're going to pick it up. Never mind. Okay, we're good. Ignore me. Ignore any negative comments I was going to make about Jacob Sailors. No flag. You've pinned the Giants inside their own 20 right now. This is a good spot here, defense. Get the stop. Get the offense the football back. Allow for them to try to take the lead or tie it up to go into the half. 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second quarter. Winston out of the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off, and that will go for a gain of about 3 or 4 to take it to the 2-minute warning. Second down and what, 6, maybe 7? Is that the Grinch? Who is playing the Grinch in this commercial? And why is it terrifying? I just hate any live action Grinch is just creepy. Jim Carrey's was creepy. The Walmart commercial one was creepy. They're all very creepy. I mean, a turnover here would be massive. And we know Jameis Winston is capable of throwing bad turnovers, but unfortunately today we have not seen that. Oh, that is probably gotta hurt. He just ran right into that RV. That looks like AI. Are they using AI on this KFC commercial? That looked like some AI. I don't know if anybody's getting the same commercials as me, but did that KFC commercial look like AI to anybody else? Okay, I'm just saying, like, the NFL's advertising all this flag football stuff. Is it not a little, self-defeating to advertise flag football and like for the NFL? Because you're basically like saying, look, we're providing you with the safer version of our game, which is to say they're playing a very unsafe game. All right, I really got to go to the bathroom, so can we just finish this 2 minutes quickly here so that I can relieve myself? It is 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard run. Pass coming from Jameis. Jameis airs it out, and it is incomplete. And a flag comes in late. Late flag, probably going to be DPI. And it will be. Spot foul, auto first, Rock Yassin. Second time he's been called for PI. And, yeah, he's kind of hooking the arm there. Yeah, it's probably the right call. So now the ball at the Giant 45-yard line. Pass coming again. Jameis airs it out. Wide open. Guess who? Wan'Dale Robinson into Lion territory. And the Giants are like, I'm sorry, is this the greatest show on turf or something? Because this offense for the Giants is unstoppable seemingly. Wan'Dale Robinson is, Calvin Johnson and I'm trying to think of a good receiver. I don't know. Larry Fitzgerald combined. What are they reviewing? Huh? Reviewing? Okay, well, it was about to announce after review, but then Fox is dumbass. What? Hold on. What was the review for? What the heck? Why did they just cut to a Wan'Dale Robinson highlight reel right as the referee is about to explain the review? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's a 10-second runoff. Okay, that's what they were reviewing. What is this referee doing? He's just jogging out of the field? What is going on? Okay. Game clock goes to 140. Giants get a couple extra seconds. Oh my gosh. 209 yards for Winston today. Now the clock is running. Minute and a half to go. 209 yards in the air. Detroit's got just 58. Pass is caught by Robinson, and the ball comes out, and it will roll out of bounds. Unfortunately, nobody was there. It'll go, I believe, to where it ends out. Or no, they're just going to call it incomplete. 2nd and 10. Okay, they might just call that incomplete. Yeah. Oh, no, 2nd and 7. So not incomplete. So it's a 3-yard pickup on the catch and fumble. Winston, all the time in the world, airs it out, way overthrown, incomplete. It is 3rd down and 7, 48 seconds to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Tracy is back in the backfield with Jameis Winston. 5 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap it. 3, 2, 1, 0. Just got it off. Winston immediately under pressure. Slings it. It is incomplete. Nearly caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Woo! About time he finally dropped it. Took a little bit of a hit there, and that probably popped that ball out. It is 4th down and 7, and the field goal unit coming out for New York. Okay, what? Hutchinson got a hit on the quarterback there. So this is about 44 yards out. Not exactly a chip shot. Snap, hold, kick, and it is good. It was high, but it got the distance. So it is 20-14, 2 for 2 for the field goal team for New York. 6-point lead with 38 seconds to go. Detroit will get the ball back. They can get a big play here. They can reclaim the lead or make it just a 3-point lead with the football. Again, this is an opportunity for a double dip for Detroit. I'm assuming they're not just going to knee this one out. If they do, I'll be furious. They should try to make a big play happen here. Just air it out. Right. I would hate for them to take a knee, though. You have 2 timeouts, 38 seconds, not 5 seconds. You know, you could take a shot or two, maybe try to get a broken play to Jameson Williams or Amon-Ra. And just get yourself in a field goal range. I'm not even saying you guys score a touchdown. If you can make this a 3-point game going into the half, I feel pretty all right about our chances. To be taken out from the end zone. Past the 20, now past the 30, a lot of room to run. Past the 40, and just shy of the 45-yard line. That is how you start it. Khalif Raymond on the return. It's a huge, huge play by the special teams unit. So now you got to take some shots. Get yourself into field goal range. Let the foot of Jake Bates make it a 3-point game potentially. 31 seconds with 2 timeouts for both teams. And Goff is lining up in the shotgun. He's got Gibbs to his right. Ball is at his own 43-yard line. Pass coming. Goff looking. Throws to Jahmyr Gibbs, who is tackled inside. Not out of bounds. I believe a timeout was just called, but a decent gain of what, about 4 or 5 there? I believe Detroit called the TO. He's Gibbs, if he would have been able to break free of that tackler, they're going to say a 4-yard gain on that. And Detroit calls second timeout. They got 1 left. Got to get to about the 41-yard line of New York to be in field goal range, at least according to the graphic. Another throw. Goff airs it out, looking for a nice catch. And they're moving. Goff wants to just spike it. He's only got 10 seconds. Got to hurry up. And he spikes it. Ball down at the 25-yard line. 7 seconds to go. Who was that? Was that Khalif Raymond? Yes, it was. It's a great catch by Leaf. So you got 7 seconds with a timeout. I say you take a shot at the end zone, but, oh, man, that's going to be tough because you don't want to get no points here. You do still have a timeout, and you got to have a quick play. And they're going to give it a shot. And the Giants call timeout, which actually I can appreciate because that gets an extra 30 seconds for Dan Campbell to think about what it is he wants to run here. Oh, man. Both teams with just 1 timeout left, but it'd be pretty difficult for both of them to utilize them in just 7 seconds. So you got to take a shot for the end zone here. None of these short yards unless you just go down and immediately call the timeout. Pass coming. Jared, 5 seconds, throws on a screen to Gibbs, and he's got to get out of bounds with 3 seconds to go. And that'll give Jake Bates a little extra yards to work with, as the field goal unit's going to come out here to try to make this a 3-point lead at the half for the Giants. Lions will start with the football to start the third quarter. So this is huge to make it a field goal lead. With the ball coming back to Detroit, try a double dip. Snap, hold, kick. It is perfect. Perfect kick from Bates. So after 2, the Giants stunning Detroit, but the Lions starting to mount a comeback. It is 20-17 New York over the Lions. Jameis Winston with 214 passing yards and a touchdown, or 2 touchdowns. He's definitely the player of the half. He has not seen the ground either. No sacks. But all right, I just want to see the halftime report. I want to see what's going on in the rest of the league. Lions going into the second half with 52.3% chance to win the game, which is not that high, but I guess I'm glad that it's in favor of us than not in favor of us. Oh, another one of these Saints biopic things that they're doing. All right, come on, just get to the games. I get a piece so bad. You guys have no idea. This is an emergency. Come on. I just want to see what the rest of the games are doing. Okay, that's all I want. I just want to go to the bathroom. Well, I want to see what's going on, and then I want to go to the bathroom. This is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All of these local ads. Come on. I don't care about Dart Bank. Those are some cool pictures, though, admittedly. Oh my gosh. And the David Chapman agency. I don't care. I'm sure David Chapman's a perfectly nice. I don't know. He might not be alive. Maybe he's not a nice person. I don't know. Come on. Oh my gosh. Now we got Ford. I guess that makes sense. The team is owned by the Fords. Oh my gosh, come on. Just get to the first half recap so that I can see the rest of the games and I can go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh. This is like a nightmare. Truly. Truly a nightmare. Oh my gosh. Applegate, Home and Comfort. I can't even enjoy the beautiful song. Oh my gosh. Come on. This better be the last commercial. I got a feeling this is going to be one more after this. Yeah, this is the last one. This is the actual Fox affiliate. This has got to be it. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Verizon halftime. Let's see what's going on in the rest of the league. All right. Vikings Packers. Let's see what's going on here. In Lambeau. All right, we saw this earlier. Handoff to Emmanuel Wilson, touchdown. It's 10-6 in the third quarter. Packers over the Vikings. So they're playing a close one. Seahawks Titans. Okay, I think this is the Jacksonville and Jigba play. Yeah, we saw this already too. Deep ball, JSN, one-on-one, threw the defender to the ground, 63 yards. Okay, 16-3 Seahawks over the Titans at the half. All right, Colts Chiefs. Oh, this is a game to keep an eye out for. Mahomes, tip ball, intercepted, and almost. Oh, is it a pick six? No, he's down. Okay. Almost a pick six. Second and goal. Jones, dime to Pittman. 14-9 Colts over the Chiefs at the half in Arrowhead. Patriots, Bengals. Let's see. Play action, Joe Flacco. Screen. Oh, no. Pick six, Marcus Jones. Oh, man. 17-3 New England over Cincy at the half. Steelers, Bears. They're going to show the TJ Watt strip sack. Caleb Williams looking under pressure, stripped, and then recovered by the Steelers. Oh boy. Toss, touchdown, 21-17 Steelers over the Bears at the half. We got Jets, Ravens. Oh my. Tyrod Taylor to John Mechie. Oh my. 7-3 in the third quarter. Jets over the Ravens. Okay, that's all the games. All right, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Okay. All right. All right. We can totally make up for that awful first half if we just roll them in the second half, guys. We can totally make up for it. It's fine. Top passer, Jameis. Top receiver, Wan'Dale Robinson. The live odds are still in favor of Detroit, -5.5, if that means anything to anybody. What is this? This is a TV show? It's a real TV show? Sidelined 2. It's a real movie on Tubi. Actually, I'm not convinced that Tubi movies are real. How does Tubi make money? It's ads, right? But like, how is that like a profit? Like, if they can make money on these ads, like they got to be making less money than Netflix or Hulu, right? How much money does Tubi make? Tubi's revenue is $900 million in 2023, with the projections to exceed $1 billion annually. Wow. So wait, how much does Netflix make? Okay, they make like 43 billion. Okay. Well, we see where the real money is at, is in the subscriptions. Which makes me wonder why Tubi would want to not just do that. I guess because here, now I understand. Because Netflix already has cornered the market on like these subscription things. Tubi's like, okay, for all the cheapskates like me who don't want to pay for streaming services, we'll just put all these movies up for free, but you got to deal with some ads. I kind of get it. Oh, man, I feel bad for people who get Falcons Saints instead of Eagles Cowboys. That sounds terrible. That sounds pretty terrible. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Get more with Maury's. All right, again with this poor Asian college student with betting and online. How do they? Hold on, they just don't have a dishwasher or a shower. What are they doing? This is a strange commercial. Is that really how easy it is to install? They just like pushed it in? That feels wrong. There's no way it's that easy. It's got to be some wires or something, some sort of tubes. Oh my gosh. They're bringing this stupid commercial back about the weather guy talking about how it's too snowy. Nobody's going to be able to come see him. Where are these people living? Scandinavia? Like, I guess, I don't know. I've never been out west, really. So I like this, like the way that they make these commercials look, it's like we got people in, Mount Everest. The weather reporter is reporting live from Siberia. All right. We're back. We're back. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm actually very nervous. Like, very nervous. Wait, is this Dragon Force they're playing? Pretty sure it's Dragon Force. Sounds like it. For the first half recap, they're showing Dragon Force. Or they're playing Dragon Force. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Eight plays of 20-plus yards combined. Season high in the first half. I mean, how many of those were the Giants, though? Like 5? I can think of at least 2 Lions. Maybe it was 6. All right, well, the Lions do get the ball back with a chance to tie it or take the lead. They have not led all game long, but as I have said a number of times before, the only time you have to lead is when it's 0-0s in the fourth quarter. Taken out from inside the 5, past the 20, and shy of the 25-yard line to the 24. Play Lions football. Finish an established run. Yeah, we haven't had, I don't even remember the last time we had a turnover. Honestly, like I'd love to see if they could pull that stat. When was the last time the Lions had a turnover? Was it the Vikings game? I think maybe they had Arthur Mollett had an interception. Four seconds on the play clock. Got to snap it. There's the snap. Hand off to Gibbs. He's going to cut to the outside, and he's got some room. He will pick up about 7 or 8. He's forced out of bounds. They're going to give him 9 yards. Okay. Second down and 1. There's your snap. Handoff once again goes to Gibbs. He spots the hole and picks up the first down. All right. Decent start on the run game, at least. Starting to establish that run, which they need to establish if they want this offense to hum against opponents. That is, I believe, Williams going in motion. Play action pass from Goff. He's going to throw it up the middle. It is caught by St. Brown for a first down into Giant territory. That is what I've gotten used to saying. And so far, so good offensively. Lions, at the very least, I'd say, are pretty close to field goal range to tie the game up. Going to need a few extra plays to be comfortable. Few more positive plays, that is. Another pass coming from Goff. He's going to throw a screen to Gibbs, and oh, man, he got lit up. That's going to be a decent loss. Honestly, he should have just batted that ball down. Going to be a 3-yard loss. I mean, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. In a way, I would have rather he just batted it down, called it an incomplete. 2nd and 10 with a stopped clock. Now you got 2nd and 13 with a running clock. Still in Giant territory. You need to get to the Giant 45 or 35-yard line. Goff going to throw. Here's the screen out to Gibbs again. Why not? And he's going to get just 2 yards, so he's not even going to make up for the lost yards there. And now it is 3rd down and 11. You're definitely out of field goal range. Tie this game up. You wonder if Detroit is going to be in 4-down territory mode here, depending on what the spot is on this particular play. Detroit is 2 for 5 on 3rd down, so the Giants 3 for 7. So neither team been all that great. Pass coming. Goff with a quick screen out to Jamison Williams. Gets some blockers up front. There is a flag down. J-Mo's going to take it inside the 20 and forced out of bounds. He's celebrating, but I'm not sure if it'll stand. And several Lions players slow to get up. And they're going to call ineligible man downfield. What would have been a massive chunk play is instead 3rd down and 16. Graham Glasgow called for it. So now 3rd down and 16, back into your own territory. Offensive drive that looked so promising to start. Now you're going to need a chunk play. Goff on a screen to Gibbs, looking for blockers up front, and he's not going to get the 1st down, but he'll make it a 4th down and maybe 8. And they're going to punt it. Or maybe kick a field goal. It's 4th down and 8. Talk about a massive missed opportunity. Ball in your pocket. Chance to tie it up or take the lead. Not even looking necessarily for a touchdown. And instead, you get into Giant territory and the offense stalls. Jack Fox punts it up and away, and it will bounce inside the 10. So a nice punt there by Fox to pin the Giants. But now you got your defense back out on the field. 10:49 to go in the 3rd. I thought maybe we were going to go off of the momentum we had going into the half. And, of course, a bad penalty. Well, it started with the bobble catch and then 3-yard loss. And then you just, I don't know. Like, they're just these screen passes. You can live and die by them, but it seems like they mostly die by them. And these laptops advertise all-day battery life. Like, that is mostly a lie. Like, technically it can be all-day battery life, but that's assuming you don't have your screen brightness very high. That's also assuming you don't run a whole lot of programs at the same time. So, technically, it might be able to last all day. But practically, it won't. Practically, you're pretty much going to have it plugged in for most of the day. Plus, the battery will atrophy after a while. Like, it'll last less and less every time you charge it. Rest in peace, John Madden. First and 10, Giants. No, Jameis Winston. He's gonna keep it on a fake handoff and pick up maybe a yard or two. Fifth drive starting inside its own 20 for the Giants. And despite that, they got a 3-point lead. Lions defense got to step up here. Maybe, again, a turnover. Dan Campbell alluded to it. Get a turnover, sack, something. Another handoff and breaking free of tacklers. Oh, my goodness, guys. How many does it take to tackle Lacey? He's going to pick up a first down. Oh, Gary Danielson. And there is a player down for Detroit. Who is that? Who's the player down? Are they going to stop talking about the Giants game from 50 years ago? Who? Oh, my gosh. Who is down? What these announcers are so bad. Who went down? There's Amik Robertson. Okay. Seriously. This broadcast has no understanding. Like, they're just talking about random stuff. It's not that random, but. Did that guy just do 6'7"? He just did this. Oh my gosh. All right. First and 10. Lions still down 3. Jameis Winston under center. Play action pass. Winston has all the time in the world. His throw is tipped incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver. Lions catch a massive break there. Bellinger was the intended man, and he was pretty well open, but not a great throw from Jameis. Second and 10. 9:31 in the third. Still inside the Giant 20. Winston gonna throw. Winston airs it out, and it is caught. Unbelievable. Johnson with the reception. I don't know who was in coverage there. Was that Anzalone? Alex Anzalone was in coverage. He got totally mossed. I mean, I've never seen Jameis Winston this accurate in my life. In my life, I've never seen him this accurate. Jameis Winston is just perfectly placing these footballs. Another play action pass. Winston, all the time in the world, finally some pressure, throws it away to the sideline. Incomplete. It's about time we finally broke through on this Giants offensive line. Second down and 10. When was the last time the Giants punted? Was that the second quarter? Was that final? Yeah, I guess it was. Need to get a stop. You can't give up any more points, frankly. Just the way this game is going, you got to give your offense as many opportunities as you can to tie or take the lead. And this is the score to do it. Winston throws it, caught, and a first down again. Amik Robertson makes the tackle on Wan'Dale Robinson, who is right now the MVP of the game. 11-yard catch and run. Winston takes the snap, hands it off, and that will go for just about nothing. Maybe a 1-yard gain, if that. Second down. This is pretty much this is the last series where if you can get a stop, you can force a punt. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with field goals, or the word we want to avoid, of course, is touchdowns. 2nd and 9. And I believe no, they're not going to be any flag there. It's going to be incomplete. I thought maybe the Lions jumped off sides. Okay, so no flag. I thought maybe the Lions jumped early. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Again, here's your shot defense. Let's get off the field. Third and 9. 3 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap it. There it is. Winston looking, pressure, tip ball, incomplete. Finally, just finally, the Lions defense comes up with a stop, and the punt team is coming out for the Giants. Roy Lopez got in there and tipped that ball down. Man, good on him. Roy Lopez acquired in the offseason, and he's had a nice game, or a nice play there at least. He had a nice game against Washington as well. 4th and 9. And let's go Lions chance starting to emerge here. Fair catch signaled and caught at the 10. So the Lions will be pinned as deep as they have been all day. Down 3. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let me turn this light down.
Rookie of the year. Hope you win it again next year. Santa believes in you.
Who is that? She's some WNBA player that nobody's ever heard of.
Turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
All right. If we don't score here, I'm just going to give up. Just going to give up everything. Who cares about the halftime show on Thanksgiving, honestly? I guess maybe like the rest of the world might, but I don't care about Jack White. Isn't that the Seven Nation Army? Isn't that Jack White? I didn't know he had other songs. Play action pass from Goff. Goff looking deep. He's got St. Brown for a big gain. That is a chunk play for the Lions, and they needed that. 30-yard gain, still in their own territory, but after getting pinned inside the 10 or inside their 15 at the 10, needed a play like that. Pistons or Red Wings play today? No, they play tomorrow, both of them. St. Brown, 4 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown. Williams going in motion. Handoff to David Montgomery, and he will push for about 4, maybe just 3. Second and 7 on the 3-yard pickup from Montgomery. 6 minutes to go in the third. Handoff to David once again. That will go for another about 3 yards. It'll be third down. So it'll be third down and 4. Another 2 3-yard gains. I mean, goodness gracious, if you don't convert on this. Because if you don't convert on this and it's close, you're probably going to be going for it. You might even be going for it anyway. I don't know if that's the right move, but. Ball is just past the 45-yard line. Pass coming. Jared quickly gets rid of it. It is caught. There is a flag down. St. Brown avoids getting tackled past the 40. Let's see what the flag is. If it stands, it's a first down. I don't know what. They're going to call defensive offside, so it was a free play. Penalty will be declined. And a big conversion there. Third down, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Abdul Carter, the rookie. Good on Jared Goff to weave that ball in between defenders. It's a really nice throw. So now here we go. Offense starting to click. 96 yards today for Saint. Goff under center. Saint going in motion. Play action. Goff throwing up the middle. It is tipped and incomplete. Needed St. Brown to come up with that ball that was a little high. Little high there, Jared, because he was really wide open. Just too high. That's not on Saint. That's on Jared. Can't have that, though. Can't have that. .501 career catches for St. Brown in just 5 seasons. This is obviously incredibly impressive. Another play action pass. Goff on the screen to Montgomery. Montgomery is going to pick up maybe 6 on that play. Third down. Oh, we got a game break. Oh, Charbonnet with a 6-yard touchdown run. 30-10. Seahawks over the Titans. Ugh. Third down and 4. Obviously, Lions are in field goal range here to try to tie this game up. But you would love to get this crowd back into it with the lead. A toss out to Montgomery, looking for blockers up front. He's going to get the first down and be brought down inside the red zone at about the 20, maybe the 19. Offense really starting to come alive here. Just need to finish the drive. Ball is just at the 19.5. Goff going to throw. Goff under pressure. Goff brought down and sacked. 2 steps forward and then 4 steps back. You get into the red zone and immediately get pushed out of it. That's a massive loss. Fans wanted a penalty, I think. It's the 3rd sack of the day for the Giants. Fakes the toss. Quick pass over to Khalif Raymond. He turns around. Khalif is going to get to the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long. Oh, I see. Oh, Jared Goff took a knee to the head after that play. Well, that definitely should have been a late hit or an unnecessary roughness call. Completely missed by the referee. And meanwhile, Khalif Raymond is down. Oh, yeah. Well, at the very least, you're in field goal range, so you can tie this game up. But I want to take the lead. I mean, I don't. Just take the lead and never look back, basically. That's what I want.
Cookies and gift wrapping. They made a cute little you.
Best gift ever.
Burnt toast. That's the only thing you can't say.
Switch 2 is it going to what? This messed up.
Get great deals on flat rates for everyone at Best Buy.
We test every vehicle for driving safety, performance, and efficiency. But we also believe a vehicle should be fun. So we set out to test the all-new Crate for joy, excitement, and exhilaration. And it's clear, it's not just the way our vehicles move, but the way they make you feel that makes them a hub. The friendly hybrid, engineered for fun.
Let's see if it was 1st and 10 from the 20 or from the 19. We got to the 21. Is that 3rd and 12? I think that math is right. Hopefully Khalif Raymond is okay. He's already dealt with injury earlier in the year. If Ohio State can't beat Michigan this weekend, I'm convinced that some sort of evil magic was utilized to allow for Michigan to never lose to Ohio State again. I mean, I was pretty surprised that they didn't win last year, but 3rd and 11. Need to get to inside the 10. Goff going to throw. Goff looking, throwing, tipped, and intercepted. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. That is the worst possible outcome in that spot. You can't throw a pick there. And it's not on Goff. It's on the receiver who tipped that ball and couldn't come up with it. That is an absolutely terrible drop by Amon-Ra St. Brown. You've got to be kidding me. That is just terrible. Oh my gosh. How could you drop that ball? Oh my goodness. You had the opportunity of a lifetime to at least tie this game up. All you got to do is catch the freaking ball. Still got time, but that was, you don't know if you're going to get back down the field. That is just brutal. Brutal.
delicious breadcrumbs on a cheese stuffed crust that make it, what's the word? Edge crunch-tastic. You read my mind, kiddo. Get the lowest pricing stuffed crust for only $9.49. Little Caesars is the real deal. Pizza, pizza. Movies this fraud protection? You don't pay for what you don't buy. What you gonna do now? Just need that security code. No one is more secure than pizza. Having insurance isn't the same as having...
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Offense was finally doing something right. Finally moving down the field. St. Brown was making catches, making plays. Run game was getting established. And a tipped interception off the hands of one of the guys who is infamous for his ability to catch the football. First interception since 2023 for Javon Holland. So now the Giants take over from the from their own 15. Winston tosses it out to Singletary, and that'll go to about the 21-yard line. I mean, oh my gosh, they're gonna just show us again. That's wide open. You have to catch that ball. It's a perfect throw. It's a perfect throw. You catch that, it's probably going to go for a first down. What? What the hell, man? 4 drop passes, 2 of them by Saint. Unacceptable. Handoff goes to Singletary again, and he will be stuffed. He might have gotten a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 3 with a minute and a half to go in this third quarter. You got to just forget about it, though, if you're Jared and if you're St. Brown. You have to just move on because this game is still within reach if your defense can keep you in it. Pass coming from Winston. Winston throws on a screen. He's got a lot of room to run, and he's past the 40. I'm surprised there wasn't a holding call. Looked like Hutch was getting chokeholded. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know how that's not a penalty. Winston on the roll. He's going to throw, and it's caught by 1-7, Wan'Dale Robinson. Who else? It's going to be short of the first down marker, but that will end the third. So it is 20-17. Giants still on top. No scoring in the entirety of the third quarter, but the Giants trying to change that. I guess they can't change this no scoring in the third quarter. They can change the no scoring in general. This is just brutal, guys. Just brutal. Thanksgiving. I need to take some. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right. The last thing I said, just don't let this go to overtime. And I would I just don't I got a feeling this might go to overtime, and I'm going to be so furious. Can we please just win this game in regulation? Please. Or lose it in regulation. Whatever, don't go to overtime. That's 2 quarters, by the way, the Lions went scoreless. They scored all 17 of their points in the second quarter. So 2nd down and 3, just shy of Lion territory. Winston communicating with his offensive line. 3, 2, 1, 0. Just got the snap off. Handoff will go for a big loss. Nice play there by Roy Lopez to make it 3rd down and maybe 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Again, opportunity for this defense to keep the Lions in this game. Winston out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to just hand it off, and they pick up the 1st down. Oh, my gosh. They run it up the gut, and they get it. I guess I wouldn't have been happy anyway they got it, but that way is just the worst. Oh, my gosh. I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to talk about it. Another handoff, why not? And that will go for about a 9-yard gain. So no 1st down at least. Oh my gosh. 2nd down and 2. In Lion territory. Handoff to Singletary. Will pick up the 1st down again. Oh boy. Wow. This is just that interception might have been the dagger. Despite the fact that there's still a lot of time left, it just feels like this Lions team doesn't have a lot of juice. And a little toss around. They're going to try to throw it. Somehow breaks free. And Jameis with the catch. Are you serious? He stays on his feet. Touchdown. What in the world just happened? A trick play where number 80 was going to throw it. He was nearly sacked. He broke free. Then Winston catches the throw, breaks the tackle, and walks into the end zone. I cannot believe what I am seeing. Oh my gosh. How in the world did that just happen? I have no words. 27-17. Giants back up double digits in the fourth quarter. I don't know what I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say other than this Lions team is completely falling apart at the seams right now. I've never seen anything quite like this. Oh my gosh.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burritos and tacos anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
This is Tom. Work has been weird lately. He's got to find the coop. And fast. Luckily, AI mode of Google search can help him hatch a plan. It's got to be quick, and it's got to be... yeah. That should do it. Phew. Things were getting dicey there for a moment. But now, everything's gravy. Plenty of quick getaway. Just ask Google.
So you think Santa will like
I've never seen anything go just so terribly wrong in a sequence of about 3 or 4 minutes. Maybe more than that. I don't know. I have no estimation for time right now. I'm apoplectic. Ah! Kickoff is up and away. It'll be taken out from inside the 5. Sailors running from behind will get past the 30. There is a flag down, so that's probably going to be a hold. This will be coming back. There's 2 flags. It's going to be a hold. Just holding on the kicking or on the receiving team. So Lions are going to be pinned. I mean, what in the world, Derek Barnes? How do you not tackle Jameis Winston? He's not, a receiver. Goff's going to throw. Goff airs it out. He's got St. Brown wide open for a big gain. I swear, man, they're going to make this 27-24, and then they're going to be right back in it. They're just going to reel me back into this. The Giants are in last place for points allowed in the fourth quarter with 11 allowed. And that would be the difference. Another play action pass. Goff under some pressure. Gets rid of it on a screen to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get to midfield, and that's about it. 11 and a half to go in the game. So it's a 5-yard pickup from Gibbs. Definitely better than taking a sack there. Lions have rushed for 115 yards. 207 passing yards, though. Goff takes snap, gives it to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a hole, stays on his feet, breaks free into the secondary. There goes Gibbs into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day, and the Lions still have life. 27-23 in the fourth. Oh my gosh. I told you. They're going to make it 27-24. They're going to reel me right back in. Please just win this game, man. Just win this game. I can't live in a world where the Lions lose to the Giants at home before Thanksgiving. I just can't. To Jameis Winston. Extra point is up and it's perfect. So it's once again a 3-point game. Just win the game in regulation. Just don't go to overtime. I have places to be. I don't need this to go to overtime. This can't go to overtime. Honestly, if it goes to overtime, I might just cut the stream. I might. Just don't go to overtime. Just win in regulation. They got plenty of time to win this in regulation. Just please win this in regulation or lose it right. I just don't go to overtime. That's the last thing I want. Preferably win in regulation. Oh, man. Blah, blah, blee, blob. We got people asking for date advice from ChatGPT. We are cooked as a society. We are cooked. This commercial, I hate these commercials. This particular commercial. Date ideas on ChatGPT. Not good. Not good.
He means they're 24/7 club support. Always open. No one can cover. Except Geico.
You're not H.A. Brown, but we'll treat you like him.
Open 24/7.
It feels good to get the star treatment. It feels good to Geico.
Okay.
I'm mistaken for Dan Campbell at least once a week.
3 plays, 81 yards, a 49-yard touchdown run for Gibbs. There's a kickoff. It'll go all the way to the end zone and be kneed there for a touchback. 10:50 to go. Lions down 3. They have trailed all game long. I can't believe he took that all the way. Honestly, that's crazy. Jameis Winston now under center. Play action. Winston rolling. Under some pressure, he throws. It is intercepted! Picked off, finally! Oh, man! We've been waiting for Jameis Winston to show up in Ford Field, and finally he makes an appearance, and the Lions get a huge interception. Oh, my gosh! Thomas Harper, with the play of his life, gets in front of the football, makes a great play, and somehow he kept it above the ground. Oh, man, that is huge. Huge play by Thomas Harper. And now the Lions, well within field goal range to tie this one up, but they've got to be thinking end zone. Well, maybe not well within field goal. I thought they were at the 35, 45-yard line. Toss to Gibbs. Gibbs looking for the hole. He's not going to find it. Going to pick up a yard. Or they're going to give him 2. 2nd and 8. And Khalif Raymond is officially listed as out with an ankle injury. He's already been hurt before this season, so you hate that. This is a huge opportunity for this Lions team. Your defense just came up with a massive, massive play to swing the momentum in your favor. You have to score here. And frankly, make it a touchdown. Put all the pressure on the Giants. Gibbs still in the backfield. Goff takes a snap. Play action pass. Goff looking, throwing up the middle. It is incomplete. I don't know who he wanted there. Maybe St. Brown. Some sort of miscommunication there. Last thing you can have happen here is go 3 and out. You have to get points on the board, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 8. You just can't have that. Can't have a 3 and out after a huge interception. Your crowd got right back into it with that play. You have to get points on the board. Pass coming. Goff airs it. It is caught by Jamison. No! Incomplete. Thought he had him. How did he not catch that ball? Oh my gosh. Really? Catch the ball! Catch the ball! It's in your hands! Come on! What are you doing? Oh my gosh! Fair catch inside the 10 will pin the Giants. My goodness. Can we get all of these receivers on the jugs machine, please? Because clearly catching the football is a challenge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is so infuriating. Perfect throw from Goff again. And these boneheads can't use their freaking hands that they get paid millions of dollars to use. 9:48 to go. Lions still trailing by 3. Still in this game, but they're going to need another stop, maybe another interception. Maybe they got to be within the 20 to be able to score. Handoff goes to Tracy, who will just get about 4 yards, maybe 5. No, they're going to say 4, 2nd and 6. I am just so... How do you not get any points on that? Your defense makes the play of the game to get you in this game, and you get 2 yards of offense. 2. Awful. 4 seconds on the play clock. 2, 1, 0. No snap. Where's the flag? There it is. It's going to be a delay a game, unless they call TO. No, delay a game. That's big. Now defense, take advantage. 2nd down and 11. Let's get off the field here, boys. .9:02 to go in the 4th quarter. Another handoff. That will get just about 2, maybe 3. Wait a minute. Looked like some Lions defenders were signaling they had the ball. No, he did not. Okay. Never mind. Okay. It'll just be 3rd down. 8.5 to go in the game. A 3rd down and 10. You have to get this stop. Defense has just been keeping the Lions in this game all day long, but they could just as easily take them out of the game. 3, 2, 1. Just got the snap off. Winston, under pressure, airs it out, looking for somebody, and it's caught! Are you kidding me? He throws up a prayer, and y'all are just 30 yards separated from the closest receiver. How in the world does that get completed? What in the world is good secondary? What was that? Oh my gosh! 3rd down and 10. You 7.5 to go. Winston hands it off. Tracy gets maybe 2 yards, something like that, maybe 3. Okay, they give him 4. Never mind. I don't know what's going on. I'm furious right now watching this game. Second down and 6. 7 minutes to go. Play action. Winston. Under pressure. Throws it away. It's incomplete. They're going to call it just an incomplete pass. Nearly sacked, as they're going to be intentional grounding, though. Maybe not. It's another 3rd down, though. Aiden Hutchinson with the QB hit. Yet to get a sack today. Definitely a throw. Definitely not a fumble. Giants are 2 for 2 on 3rd downs this quarter. Another pass coming. Winston airs it out, looking for a body. Nobody home. And there is a flag down on the play. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? Is this seriously going to be on Detroit? No freaking way. No way. No way. Where would the flag have been? They're going to call DPI. Who? On who? The ball was like 40 yards away from the receiver. Where's the DPI? Oh, are you kidding me? What? Are you serious? How is that a flag? Just give him the game. Just give it to him. That is ridiculous. Handoff will go for a gain of about 3 or 4 into Lion territory. That is so absolutely ridiculous. Second down and 6. Or second and 7. They're going to just call it a 3-yard gain. He wasn't even in coverage by the time he's running his route. Handoff to Singletary, who's just going to pick up the first down. But there is a flag down in the backfield, and this should be coming back. Finally, a penalty goes against them. It'll be offensive holding. That's a 10-yard penalty. Second down. Second down and long. Back into their own territory. Inside the 45. Winston. Pressure coming. Winston throws incomplete. Low to Wan'Dale Robinson. Just wanted to get rid of it. Third down and 17. Can we get a stop on 3rd and 17? Please. Please. Winston, empty set, gonna throw. Winston under pressure, nearly sacked. Somehow he breaks free. Still up. Now he's gonna throw up a prayer, and it's caught. No! Are you kidding me? How in the world did you not sack him? Oh my gosh! What is this, Super Bowl 2008? Oh my gosh. 3rd and 17. Tracy with the carry will be brought down at the 15. Now at this point, you're just hoping all you give up is a field goal, because then you can still win it if you can march down the field with a touchdown and a successful PAT. Winston hands it off. Tracy looking for blockers up front. He's going to pick up the first down and be brought down at the 4. There's just not enough time left. If they score here, the game's over. They score here, game is over. Or if they score a touchdown here, I should say, game is over. If they force them to settle for the field goal, you can still win it. Man. Oh my gosh. 1st and goal. Giants got a chance to ice this game, frankly, with a touchdown. Hand off. And he will be stood up, I think. Finally, yeah, stood up after a 1-yard gain, 2nd and goal. And Detroit calling a timeout here. This is just unbelievable, guys. This is truly unbelievable. First game allowing a 300-yard passer this season. And who would have guessed Jameis Winston was going to be that guy? Play action. Winston has time, throws, incomplete. 3rd down and goal. Clock will stop with 3:07. Wasn't a great throw. It's a huge opportunity for Detroit if they can force them to settle for the field goal. This game is in range. You can walk it off. Jameis under center. Hands it off, and there is nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped for a loss. 4th down and goal, and a timeout call by Detroit. And we'll see what the Giants are going to do here. Are they going to just go for it? Because I could see them going for it, honestly. I could see the logic behind it. Because if you score a touchdown, you pretty much win. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Oh, my gosh. I kind of get it, though. Like, your defense has stopped Detroit all game. If you score a touchdown here, you win. Pretty much. Like, you know, total catastrophe notwithstanding. So from the 6, Winston, empty set, gonna throw. Winston airs it out. It is incomplete. Nearly intercepted, but it'll be a turnover nonetheless. Lions have the ball with 2:54 to go, down 3. And this will be their final shot. Oh my gosh. Right through the hands of Rock Yassin. That would have been a huge pick because now you're taking the ball out from your own 6 as opposed to would have been a touchback. Lions needed to get into field goal range at least. But of course, I said all game, the last thing I want is for this game to go into overtime. "21 career game-winning drives in the 4th quarter overtime. The last time was week 3 against Baltimore. Need a touchdown here. Goff going to throw. Goff quickly gets rid of it to Brock Wright, who gets out of bounds to the 10. I see your back, Declan. You don't have to say it twice. Meanwhile, there's a Giant player down. Second down and 6 on the 4-yard pickup from Brock Wright. All can be mostly forgiven if they can just get down the field and score a touchdown and get out of this game. Escape from New York. No pun intended. Well, a little bit of a pun intended there. So Phillips there for the Giants, walking off on his own. In a way, you also don't want to score too quickly here. You don't want to give the Giants too much time. 4 losses after leading in the fourth quarter this season. That is tied for the most in the NFL with Arizona for the Giants. And the Lions have not had the lead all game long. 2nd down and 6. Goff out of the shotgun. Saint going in motion. Calling kill. Pass coming. Goff under pressure. Rolling, still rolling. Flag comes in. He runs out of bounds. This play's probably coming back. And will be offensive holding. And that halves the distance. Makes it 2nd down and long. In a way, I don't really care because it's 4 down territory. So you're just looking for positive plays one way or the other. But obviously, you'd rather not be in a 2nd down and 11. .243 to go. Ball is at the Detroit 5. Be a heck of a drive if they could pull this off. Goff looking, throwing middle to Gibbs. He cuts to the inside, draws a tackle, gets the 1st down. That's how it starts. 2.5 minutes to go. Surprised they're not moving with a little bit more efficiency here. So they're going to get at least one more play in before the 2-minute warning. Oh my gosh. I don't want a field goal though. Goff rolling, throwing, nobody there, incomplete. I'm not sure who he was supposed to be throwing to. 207. No intentional grounding somehow. Okay, I guess it's not intentional grounding, but okay, I don't know exactly how. Second down and 10. Pass coming. Goff throws to St. Brown. Saint is going to be just short of the 1st down marker. It's going to be a gain of about 8, and that will take it to the 2-minute warning. I'm just telling you guys right now, if this goes to overtime, I'm just going to cut the stream because I actually do have to be somewhere. And I can't afford to be late. So I'm just not gonna stream the overtime. So just letting you know now, basically. So I'm hoping this does not go to overtime. I'm hoping we just walk this off with a touchdown. But obviously that is not probably in the mindset of the coaches. So yeah, well, if it goes to overtime, like I just said, I'm not staying live. So actually, hold on. Let me just see. Yeah, no, I can't. Well, The thing is, like, I'd rather just be able to leave. So I'm just gonna stick with that. So ew, White Russian in a can. Sounds gross. All right, 3rd and 1. Hand off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to pick up the first down to about the 30. And Lions got to move with some efficiency here. Goff going to throw again. Goff throw is caught to St. Brown. He's going to be about a yard short. 2nd down and 1. Actually, I might be able to stay alive for a little bit of overtime, but I don't know. Another throw is caught to St. Brown for a first down, just shy of field goal range. Or at least maybe another first down or so shy of field goal range. Goff going to spike it. 1:12 to go, down 3. Oh my gosh. Seven seconds. What are we doing? What the heck? What the hell was that? Why did they just had to call the timeout as the play clock was expired? What? What? What are you doing? What is the... Huh? Your timeout was your spike. Don't... Why would you... Oh, my gosh. Second down and 10. Goff going to throw. Goff throws it up the middle. It is caught by Jahmyr Gibbs for a first down. He's going to be about a yard shy of that field goal range marker. Lions have no timeouts left because of the debacle. Meanwhile, there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be against the Giants. There's going to be a delay of game on the Giants. It's an extra 5 yards, so obviously already had the first down, but that's going to put him in field goal range. Wow. How often do you see a defensive delay of game? Goff going to throw. Goff under some pressure, airs it out. Incomplete. Wanted Tesla. Would have been a huge play. 2nd down and 10. Yeesh. Goff got a little sandwich there. That can't feel good. Why are they calling it 2nd and 5? 2nd and 10. Jake Bates is 4 for 4 on go-ahead game-tying field goals in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter in his career. That's really crazy. Goff going to throw again. Goff on a screen to Gibbs, and that's going to lose you yards. What are you doing? And they don't have a timeout, so they got to run another play. Oh, my gosh. Goff going to throw again. Throws. It is incomplete. And no flag. And now they'll try the game-tying field goal, but that screen pass just kind of screwed them. This will be from, almost 60 yards? 59-yard field goal attempt to tie this game. This is basically for the game. Kick is up, and it is good! He got it! Lions tie it up with 28 seconds to go! Oh my gosh, after all of the back and forth, Detroit has got themselves right into this game, and it'll almost certainly go into overtime. Wow, just hooked it through. Oh my gosh, that was so close. So close from Jake Bates. Look at Dan's reaction. Problem is, again, this is going to overtime, so I'll be cutting off the stream at that because I said this a million times at this point. I do have places I gotta go. I got a very important thing I gotta go to. So we'll leave it at that. Giants got all 3 TOs with 28 seconds to go. So game's not over yet. There's a return to about the 32-yard line. So with all 3 timeouts, the Giants got a chance here if they can get a big play or two. So defense still has to come up with a stop. 15 career game-winning drives for Jameis Winston. His last one was last year against Pittsburgh, back when he was on the Browns. Ball is at his own 32. Winston airs it out, and it is nearly intercepted, but knocked down by Amik Robertson. Oh, man. Almost had a huge interception. The Lions probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it because he would have taken it at about midfield. I guess it could have set up a game-winning field goal, but still, it's an incomplete pass. Winston's going to throw. Winston airs it out, looking for somebody, and it is incomplete. 3rd and 10. Oh, they're going to call it hands to the face on the offense. I was going to say he pointed at the offense. And that's going to push him back even further and replay the down. Obviously, you take that penalty because at this point it's just field position. You just want to pin them as far back as possible. Don't want to give them any shot to try to walk this game off. "13 seconds to go. And they're just going to knee this. Oh, wow. They're just going to knee it to go to overtime. Well, all right. That's where we're going to wrap up the show because, like I said, I don't have time to do overtime. I've said all show, just don't go to overtime. And what do? They go to overtime. So appreciate everybody for stopping by and listening in. Please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't. Hopefully the Lions pull this one out. But I won't be live reacting to it. So have a good rest of your Sunday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday to break it down one way or the other. See ya. See you later.